The hidden library. Lena had always loved books. She spent most of her afternoons at the local library, flipping through dusty old novels and dreaming of adventures far beyond her quiet town. But nothing could have prepared her for the discovery she made one rainy afternoon, a discovery that would change her life forever. It all started when Lena found an old book wedged behind the shelves in the farthest corner of the library. Its cover was worn, its pages yellowed, and the title had faded almost entirely. Intrigued, she gently pulled it out and flipped through the pages. To her surprise, a small, delicate key slipped out and landed on the wooden floor with a soft clink. Lena picked it up and examined it closely. It was old-fashioned, made of bronze, and had intricate swirls carved into the handle. Where did it come from? What did it open? Her heart pounded with excitement. She looked around the library, searching for anything that might match the key. The librarian, Mrs. Thornton, was at the front desk, oblivious to Lena's discovery. Trying not to attract attention, Lena wandered the aisles, running her fingers along the bookshelves, looking for a hidden lock. Then she noticed something strange. Behind one of the bookshelves, there was a thin line, barely visible, that outlined what seemed to be a door. Her breath caught in her throat. Was this some kind of secret passage? With trembling fingers, she inserted the key into a small hole near the base of the shelf. It fit perfectly. Taking a deep breath, she turned it. With a soft click, the bookshelf creaked open, revealing a dark passageway. Lena's heart pounded with excitement and fear. She hesitated for a moment, but curiosity won. Clutching the key tightly, she stepped inside. A world of secrets. The passageway led her down a narrow, spiraling staircase, the air growing colder with each step. A faint glow appeared at the bottom, and when she reached it, she gasped. Before her lay a hidden library, unlike anything she had ever seen. Tall wooden shelves stretched endlessly in all directions, filled with books bound in leather and gold. Chandeliers floated in midair, their light casting a soft glow over the room. The scent of old paper and ink filled her nose. Lena stepped forward, her fingers trailing along the spines of the books. Some had titles in languages she didn't recognize, while others seemed to hum with a faint, magical energy. One book in particular caught her eye. It was deep blue with silver lettering that read, "The Keeper's Journal." She pulled it from the shelf and opened it. Inside, the pages were filled with elegant handwriting. The words told the story of a secret society of librarians, the keepers, who protected knowledge too powerful for the world above. They had hidden this library centuries ago, ensuring that only the worthy could find it. As she turned the pages, Lena felt a strange warmth spread through her fingers. The book seemed to recognize her, as if it knew she had found it for a reason. Then, at the very last page, she found a note addressed to her. To the one who discovers this library, you have been chosen as its next keeper. Protect its knowledge, guard its secrets, and never let it fall into the wrong hands. Lena's eyes widened. The next keeper? She was just a girl who loved books. How could she be responsible for something so important? A sudden noise echoed through the library. Lena froze. Footsteps. Someone else was here. She quickly hid behind a bookshelf, peeking through the gaps. A tall figure in a long, dark coat stepped into view. His eyes scanned the room, searching. Lena's heart pounded. Who was he? The man pulled out a strange device, a small, silver compass that spun wildly in his hand. He muttered something under his breath, and the air around him shimmered. Lena knew she had to act fast. If this library was meant to be protected, she couldn't let a stranger take its secrets. She carefully placed the keeper's journal back on the shelf and started moving toward the exit. But the man heard her. Wait, he called. His voice was deep, but not unkind. You don't understand what you've found. Lena hesitated. I've been looking for this place for years, he continued. I need the knowledge hidden here. But why? Lena asked, stepping out from her hiding spot. Who are you? He sighed. My name is Elias. I'm a historian, searching for lost knowledge. But I'm not the only one looking for this place. There are others, dangerous people, who would use it for their own gain. Lena studied him carefully. Could she trust him? Prove that you are not one of them, she said. Elias nodded and pulled a small book from his coat pocket. This was my grandfather's, he said. He was a keeper before me. He always told me that one day, someone new would be chosen. Lena's eyes widened. Then you know about the test? Elias smiled. Yes. And I think you've already passed it. A new beginning. Lena felt a strange sense of peace wash over her. Maybe she was meant to be here. Maybe the library had chosen her, just as it had chosen Elias' grandfather before him. Come on, Elias said, nodding toward the shelves. There's so much to learn. Lena took a deep breath and stepped forward. The hidden library was hers to protect now. And she was ready for whatever adventure lay ahead.